Hello, my name's Max and welcome to FX Axe, where we cut through the trees of FX platform analysis so you can see the wood. Every broker we review gets scored across the same 5 pillars, so you can compare them side by side without getting lost in the financial forest. Want to skip ahead? We'll check the timestamps, and if there's a platform or topic you want us to cover next, we'll chop, like, subscribe and tell us in the comments. Now, I'm not sure I've revealed this to you before, but I am something of a cricket nerd, and so I was mightily encouraged to see that the long-limbed Kyle Jamieson, at 6'8", he's one of the tallest bowlers on the circuit, not relevant to anything else, but a nice fact and gives me some scope for a new line of punnery, is a brand ambassador for this platform. Now, I've never truly understood what the actual purchasing power of such an appointment is. Though having said that, I'm now talking about it. So there we go. Vindication. Well done, Jamie, and well done, BlackBull Markets. I digress. Let's crack on. Roll the intro. So, founded in 2014 and based in Auckland, BlackBull Markets has earned a reputation as a genuine ECN broker. In this review, we're looking specifically at their Seychelles registered entity, the one offering up to 1 to 500 leverage and full market access without the tighter restrictions you get in places like the EU or Australia. This is a broker with over 26,000 tradable instruments. Forex, commodities, indices, stocks and crypto CFDs. From my perspective, BlackBull feels like a true trader's broker. Deep liquidity, direct market access, multiple account types and a platform lineup that covers MT4, MT5, C-Trader and full trading view integration. In trading with cricket, and to keep to the New Zealand theme, BlackBull is very much a Kane Williamson. Classy, with the patience to build innings and the ability to accelerate and take advantage when the market starts spinning. So for safety and regulation, we've given that 6 out of 10, but we know why. BlackBull Seychelles Arms is regulated by the FSA. This means segregated client funds, reportedly within ANZ Bank, negative balance protection, AML and CFT compliance under the 2020 Seychelles Act. They also have a New Zealand entity regulated by the FMA, Tier 1 oversight, but that's not the entity we're reviewing here. The Seychelles FSA is Tier 3, meaning weaker consumer protections and no compensation scheme if the broker folds. Our verdict? There's plenty of oversight for an offshore regulator, but it's more Bangladeshi Premier League than it is Vitality Blast. And you can't compare it to the FCA, ASIC or FEMA protection. 6 out of 10. So the account opening process. Well, getting started with a new broker is a lot like walking out to the crease for your very first innings. If the pitch is even and the ball's coming on nicely, you're in for a solid knock. But if things get sticky early, you might find yourself caught out before you even open your account. Slightly clumsy analogy? I think it's fine. Let's pad up to face the BlackBull Markets account opening process to see if it's a smooth drive through the covers or a wild slog across the line. First up to the bowler's end, the sign-up form. Nothing tricky here, just your standard fields to fill in, the kind of steady forward defensives you play before going for the big shots. Once you've done that, you'll move to the next stage of the application. Sure, it might feel like a bit of a rain delay, but it's all about safety. BlackBull are just following regulatory procedure, keeping the game fair and square. Next delivery, the KYC process. Without submitting your documents, the BlackBull dashboard is about as useful as a bat without a handle. So my advice is to get this done straight away and keep the scoreboard ticking. Once you're in the dashboard, BlackBull Markets have some handy strokes in their playbook. Integrating copy trading so you can follow the pros, and MAM and PAM setup for the more managed approach. A bit like having a team coach calling the shots. Social trading is the T20 of retail FX right now. Fast, flashy and drawing in the big crowds. But remember, never risk more than you can afford to lose, or you might get clean bowled. BlackBull also score their runs with a mobile app for the client's area. A big plus, because some broker dashboards just aren't mobile friendly. And while not built into the dashboard, they've got an impressive education platform. Over 3,000 videos, platform tutorials and even short podcasts on Spotify. So there you have it. Opening an account with BlackBull Markets isn't a wild bull chase. It's more like building a patient opening partnership. Get your eye in, keep your guard and look for the boundaries when the opportunity is right. So let's look at ease of deposit and withdrawal. You can deposit via bank transfer, debit or credit card, Skrill and Nutella, cryptocurrencies, a plus. Withdrawals generally go back via the original method. Pre-KYC you can deposit up to $2,000 into a wallet, but I recommend completing verification straight away to avoid being caught LBW, limited banking withdrawals. Processing times are competitive. In my test, most withdrawals were settled within 24 hours, with crypto often faster. Our verdict, a very solid 8 out of 10. Plenty of funding options including crypto and a solid withdrawal process. A steady innings. Let's look at fees and transparency. Well, the pricing depends on your account type. as you can see here. There's a $5 withdrawal fee, but no inactivity fees. Our verdict is competitive for ECN style trading, but not the absolute best in class. A respectable mid-table finish, 7 out of 10. So let's look at what BlackBull offers from the platform and asset range. It's got MT4 and MT5, stable, customizable, and algo friendly. C-Trader is great for ECN traders needing depth in markets. Trading View, you can analyse and execute from the same chart. It's got over 26,000 instruments across FX, indices, commodities, stocks, and crypto CFDs. This is the cricket equivalent of having both pace and spin options, adaptable to any market or pitch. Our verdict's one of the broadest and most versatile platform lineups in the business, 9 out of 10. Customer service then. Their support channels include live chat, I was actually connected to a human within 30 seconds of my test, email, WhatsApp for quick responses, social channels for updates. Multilingual support is available and staff responses were clear and direct, not just a well-rehearsed forward defensive. Our verdict, fast, helpful and varied communication options. A strong slip cordon behind the stumps. So our final section, let's look at USPs. There's full trading view integration. They've got copy trading and MAM and PAM options directly into the dashboard. We've got a mobile-friendly client portal app. We've got massive instrument range for diversification, strong educational content via YouTube, site resources and podcasts. Our verdict? Well, there's plenty here to keep traders engaged, educated and equipped. 8 out of 10. So our overall score is a 7.8 out of 10. BlackBull Markets, the Seychelles option, is a flexible, feature-rich broker for traders who want choice, speed and high leverage. The trade-off? Offshore regulation with lower investor protections. If you're an experienced trader who knows how to manage risk, BlackBull can be a valuable all-rounder, one that can open the batting and also close out the match. But for new players, you might want something with more of a rock-solid defence before cashing in on the change bowlers. A quick heads up, if you do decide to open your BlackBull Markets account using the link in the description, we'll get a small kickback at no extra cost to you. It's like us scoring a cheeky single while you're hitting the boundaries. I'm Max, see you next time at the sharp end.